It's the Jacqueline Renee Show with your host, Jacqueline Renee Duncan, now airing every second and fourth Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern.
I love it. Prosperity doesn't come until you get in your purpose. Scattered sheep. The sheep are scattering. They are going everywhere, being deceived. Those things basically brought a foundation for it.
Join us for inspiring, educating, empowering, and real talk conversations. The Jacqueline Renee Show is a Philip and Jacqueline Duncan Ministries production that airs on Zoom Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern. Enter Zoom ID 558-997-5815. We'll see you Sunday on Zoom for the Jacqueline Renee Show with your host, Jacqueline Renee Duncan.
Well, hello, good afternoon, good evening. This is the Jacqueline Renee Show. Today is March 13th. 2022. Can you guys believe today is March 13th? It seems like we just got here. Seems like January 1st. But no, we are in March and it is the 13th and it is 2022. I am super excited on today with my show guest, my special guest by the name of Lady Nakia Wright. I am just super excited on what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about today, she's running. Yes, I guess you're trying to figure out what is she running to, or what is she running from, or what is she running for? So we're going to be talking today about she's running. And before I actually get into bringing on my special guest, I wanted to give you, you know me, I got to give you some things about March. So March is best known for Women's History Month. You know what, all the women out there, I salute you. I salute you because you are fearfully and wonderfully made, and God loves you just as much as I love you. So guess what? This is Women's Month Day. Women's Month History Month, and then we want to just encourage and just say all the women that I have down here is Sojourner Truth, Louisiana, May L. Cott, Susan B. Anthony, Coretta Scott King, Rosa Parks. I want to salute them. I know some of them are gone to glory, but I just want to make sure that we salute some of the great women that have, are trailblazers in our lifetime. So on today, also March 13th, is daylight savings time. And we had to spring forward. How many actually didn't spring forward? How many actually didn't get up that extra hour? I tell you, sometimes, that 1 hour makes a difference. And so I hope that you got to church on time. Because many people probably didn't because they forgot. But guess what? You can catch up now. And also, today is National Good Samaritan Day, which recognizes the unselfish actions of those who provide help when needed. The day is also known as Good Samaritan Environment Day and celebrates kindness in all forms. So guess what? After you get off this show today, go and call someone or, do something nice for your neighbor. If you're going out, do something nice for, like we used to do. We used to say, pay it forward. So if we're in the McDonald's line, guess what? I'm paying for that car behind me. That's an act of kindness. So let's do something kind today as being a good Samaritan. So let's bring on my special guest. Again, that is Lady Nakia Wright. I want to just say welcome to you, Lady Nakia Wright, for being on the Jacqueline Renee Show.
Oh, it is an honor to be here. I am excited. Thank you so very much for having me.
Awesome. It's so good to see you again. And we are just super excited on what God is having you to do in this season. I really believe you're like Esther for such a time as this. And so I just thank God that we're here on today, then we can talk to the audience about you are running. Again, our topic today is she's running. So who is Nakia Wright? Let me tell you who she is. For those who don't know, she is a native of Prince George's County, Maryland. She was born to be an answer for this time. And she is married to the Honorable Bishop Donald A. Wright, which is the pastor of the Gathering of Forestville. And the two currently reside in Bowie, Maryland, with their children and grandchildren. She has more than 25 years of experience in the political, for-profit, and nonprofit arenas, working in the community, witnessing legislation and zoning, and how it impacts the future of our county, along with the love of District 6, I'm District 6, led her to run for county council. My God, I'm super excited for you, as you can tell. And she is an advocate. She's a speaker for ERA, Equal Rights Amendment, and invited speaker for Vice President Kamala Harris, which is our Vice President, on a virtual homecoming. Her parents encouraged investing where you live. Their motto, if this is the place you live, this will also be the place where you worship, where you learn, where you work, and where you give back. So I'm just super excited again. Lady Nakia Wright, welcome again.
Oh, thank you. I am so honored to be here. And at such a time as this, you said something that was so key. We are right in the middle of Women's History Month, and we're experiencing things women are doing for the very first time. I did have the honor of speaking for our Madam Vice President at one of her events after the inauguration. Did you ever think that we would live in a time where our vice president is not only a female, but an African American female?
Yes.
And so I am standing on shoulders of some absolutely great women. And I get up every day and make the choice to be the best me, because one day I want my grandchild or another child coming behind me to say, Nakia Wright, because of you, I'm running for office. Because of you, I'm the next vice president or president of the United States. It's all about legacy. So I am honored to make this mark on the Jacqueline Renee show right here in March for Women's History Month. Thank you for having me.
Well, we are just excited that you are being a part of the Jacqueline Renee show in the month of March. And so we want to salute you too, Nakia Wright.
Yeah.
And so I want to ask you my first question for you. And what made you decide to run for office?
Well, you know what I've learned is I have a great teacher. You mentioned his name before. My husband, Bishop Donald Wright, is depending on what audience you're speaking to, you talk to that audience. And because I know that you are a woman of faith, I'm a woman of faith. I believe that that's our target audience today. So when I say this, each one of you ladies will understand what I'm saying. And the reason why I am running for office was simply put, is there not a cause? At a time where it feels as if peace is absent from the earth, at a time where you look at a county where I've lived my entire life. I was born and raised in Prince George's County. I've lived in District 6 since I was 18 years old. At a time where our county is divided and the need for us to unite is stronger than ever before. When I look at the role of a county council member, and I know the purpose for every person that gives their oath of office, it is to make Prince George's County better, not just for today, but those coming behind us. I said, Nakia, why not? You were born to be an answer. You are creative. You are innovative. You know how to work with every sector of government. You know how to engage with the residents. You know how to communicate. You know how to bring people together. You know how to create legislation. So if you possess all of this, is there not a cause? I'm running because I believe that I'm an answer for such a time as this. I believe that District 6 is ready for something innovative, someone new, someone fresh. And because I don't have ties to any political past administrations, because I don't have ties to certain business entities, I'm a free agent. I
Yes.
can run without having to answer to anybody but the people who placed me in office, that on June 28th will go to the polls and vote for Nakia Wright. I said this and I'll say it 1,000 times till it's a broken record. You probably can make a t-shirt out of it. I'm not running to be elected. I'm running to be chosen so that when I get to county council in District 6, I'll never forget who put me there.
Wow. Wow. That was amazing. I love it. I'm telling you, you're ready.
Amen. Prophesy, woman of God. Prophesy. Yes.
You're ready. You're ready. It's in you. It's a part of you. And that's what I love about you, because it is a part of you. I know you said 18, you were in PG County, but you breathe, you know, you move, you exist. Ah, glory in what you are running for. And so, you know, I've heard so many times, Lady Nakia, you know, that we should not mix religion and politics together. But I say that's an error. I really do. You know, and I know a lot of us have heard about the 7 mountains, and, you know, one of those mountains is the government. You know, God is trying to put us all in strategic places where we can make a difference, where we can open up our mouths and speak the oracles of God and not compromise. And so that's why I really believe God is going to begin to open up doors. I mean, I don't just see this door opening up for you. I see other doors as well that God is going to open up, you know, again, because you stand for holiness. And that's the key. You know, and you said, is there not a cause? That's when David was like, hey,
why are y'all standing by? Yes. Churches, why are y'all standing by looking at our country be so fragmented?
Yes.
We possess a power that nobody else has.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
I agree with you.
Exactly.
While I do believe that there is a line that pastors and governments should definitely obey, yes. I believe that churches should have a seat at the table.
Yes.
For a number of reasons. One, as far back as you can remember, churches have always been the anchors of the community.
Yes.
And when people are looking for a place to be safe, when people are looking for a word in chaos, when people are looking to celebrate in joy, they come to the churches.
Yes.
Leaders, when they're running for elected office, you may not see them any other time of the year, but you're going to see them when they're running for office because they know the power that churches possess.
Yes.
So with that being said, and they always say this, churches do not pay taxes. We don't add to the tax base.
Yes.
We fill in the gaps for the government. We have programs that the government does not have to pay for, that we can partner with you to make sure that there's no gaps in our community. We can adopt our community. We can work in partnership with the government, and we can create something that I think that we need: communities. Yes. We've gotten away from communities. Yes. We live in our houses. We pull up in our garages. Yes. We close the garage door. Yes. We walk in the house. Yes. We don't interact with our neighbors.
Yes.
Laws and legislations is passed in our county. And because it does not directly affect us, we're silent and we're quiet, and we do not realize we are a community. If it affects one, it affects us all. Yes. So I believe that churches should be very integral parts of the government process, because not only do we fill in the gaps, we are great resources, and we create great partnerships to make sure that our communities remain stronger. We can help with the crime. We can help with mental health. We can help with the things that governments seem to struggle with. And then partnerships, they are strength. So
Yeah.
I am here from the faith-based side to bring a voice to the table, to make sure that we strengthen our partnerships, we utilize our churches, and that we fill in the gaps.
I love it. I do. I love it. Well, you already got my vote.
I need to deliver you a yard sign. Do you have a yard sign? Anybody else who live in District 6 need a yard sign? Let us know. We'll deliver you a
Hey,
yard
let me know. Yes, I love it. And it's so needed. I'm telling you, like you said, community. And you said something that is so true. I have neighbors that I've been with them. I've been in the same neighborhood 15 years, but I probably seen them 5 times on my hand.
Yes.
And so, and it shouldn't be. A neighbor next door, I mean, hardly ever see them.
Mm-hmm.
But, when we do get together for Father's Day or for Christmas or something like that, but you never ever see them any other time. And, we as our baby boomers, we used to be outside.
Yes.
The community was there, we used to
when
be
we were
outside.
our communities were safer.
Yes,
When we were outside and we were fellowshipping and we talked to our neighbors and we borrowed sugar and we said that if you act up, I'm gonna beat your butt, then I'm gonna take you down to your mother's house and your mother's gonna beat your butt. When we worked together,
yes,
the crime was less.
Yes.
Children were more successful. Our government was starting to function in a manner because we were involved. And now we live isolated and everything is happening around us. The community dynamic is dying. And we are now living in a time that we've never seen before. I believe actually, I take that back. We've seen it before. I feel like we're living in a time of judges where every man is doing right in his own eyes. Yes. We don't answer to leadership, and leadership is not standing up and saying, is there not a cause for us to come together? Even if we don't agree, we don't have to be disagreeable. Is it not enough for us to come together? Our babies are dying. We're losing our businesses. People are running out, leaving Prince George's County in droves. We're losing over $1 billion every year to other counties. Is there not a cause?
Wow.
Leadership, we have to work together. We have to find a median ground so that we check the egos at the door. We sit down at the table. We have a think tank that says, now what can we do not to just make Prince George's County better today? It's not enough. How can we move our county forward? It's all about forward progression. Being stagnant is not successful. Wow. You have to put leadership in place that has the vision to move forward.
Wow. That is so good. Just like you said, being innovative, you have to be creative. You have to bring, like you said, you want to bring something fresh, something new to the county. And, and it's needed. I mean, I'm a firm believer. If you keep doing the same old thing and expecting to get a different result, that's a little bit crazy.
You're absolutely correct. When you look at Prince George's County, you look at where we are now, and we've lost in our county alone, thousands of lives to COVID. When you look at our average household sale on an average across the entire county is over $300,000. When you look at the average income of a homeowner, their monthly expenses are between the $3,000, $3,500 range. If you own a home, about $1,000 or so under if you do in certain cities within District 6. The county as a whole is about 27% white, 64% Black, 19% Hispanic, and then the remaining of our valuable population. When you look at the entire dynamics of our businesses, our tax base, our diverse tax base, when you look at all of where we shop, where we worship, when you look at it, you decide to run for office because you believe that you can better the quality of life for everyone that's here. You include every dynamic of our population. And
Yes.
you said, how can I improve the quality of life? And for me, I believe that I can improve the quality of life on the county council for District 6. It's a very vital position because we handle legislation for our county. We handle land and zoning. We are the Board of Health for Prince George's County. We are the district council for Prince George's County. That's land and zoning use. We appoint to legislative offices and we handle the budget. You have to make sure that the person that you choose for office is not just a fighter who can identify a problem, because anybody can identify a problem, but you have to make sure that you choose someone who's a solution maker and can work well with others. Because as one person on the council, you cannot improve the quality of life for your district. You have to be able to work with your other council members, because together you have to be able to pass a bill. So if you're not a good negotiator, if you're not a person that works well with others, you're not going to make life better for those people who voted you into office.
Yes.
And the council is so strategic because it's one of those places where most people are unaware of what the role of a county council member is. I implore you to do your work. Don't take my word for it. Study the offices that everyone is running for. Make sure that you're fully aware of the person that you're choosing, and don't choose out of relationship. Choose what's best for Prince George's County. My mom is on the line. Hey, mommy. I love her dearly. If she chose to run for office, I ain't voting for my mother. I love her. Nothing against her. But you have to make sure that you choose someone who is the best fit for the forward progression of our county.
Wow, that's amazing. Now, tell the audience what District 6 covers, because some people don't know.
You're absolutely correct. 99.9% people do not know what district they live in. If you live in Forestville, Kettering, Largo, parts of Upper Marlboro, parts of Capitol Heights, and Mitchellville, parts of Bowie and Mitchellville, parts of Bowie. Part. That's District 6. Everyone has a friend, a family member, an associate, a church member in District 6. So I'll say it again: Forestville, Mitchellville, parts of Bowie, parts of Upper Marlboro, parts of Capitol Heights, Kettering, and Largo. That's District 6.
Thank you so much. I know some people, like I said, I didn't know what District 6 covered. And so there you have it. She has given it to you. So let me ask you another question. Tell us what your platform is. What is your platform?
My number one platform is family. And that goes back to the community that we just talked about. When you create stronger families, when you build stronger families, you create stronger communities. Underneath that, it falls healthcare, work, jobs, economic development, families. Let's build stronger families. Let's make sure that we're not just locking our kids up, that we're creating programs that transform their mind, that gives them hope and opportunity right here. District 6, you heard me go down the list of all of the cities in my district. All of them are an island. Very few of them are similar. You have to know each one of the communities. When I moved in District 6, when I was 18 years old, I started out in Forest Creek in Forestville, Maryland. Now I live in Mitchellville. It's about a 9-10 mile radius between the two. And it's like night and day.
Wow.
Finances,
You're right.
Making sure that our tax base is diversified, that there are job opportunities coming up in just a few weeks, April the 11th and April 18th. Make sure you're following my social media page, Nakia Wright. I'm going to be doing free training, customer service training for the businesses in District 6. Every business owner in District 6, I'm offering free training to your employees. I do not want the businesses in District 6 to survive. I want them to thrive. One of the top things that's going to help business to thrive is that when a customer walks through the door, that they know how to be treated. Customer service is the one thing that will keep me going back to a place. So making sure that our customers, our businesses are taken care of at a time post-pandemic when so many businesses have died. There's been so many businesses that have resurrected, making sure that we fill up these empty buildings with innovative and new ideas. We'll never go back to normal. There are some people that's always going to telework. They're not even going to go back into the building. What are we going to do with these empty buildings? We need innovative and bold thinkers so that we will have a very diverse marketplace out here. It's necessary. We need to see, because we're visual, we need to see development. We need to see movement. We need to see people thriving, because that's how our psyche is made. Securing our future, doing the work today, preparing for tomorrow by doing the work today, making sure that our infrastructure is what we need it to be. I do believe we are now, our tax base is 70-30. That means that our residents pay 70% of our taxes, and our corporations pay 30% of our taxes. All of the other surrounding counties is just the opposite. If you feel a weight in Prince George's County, it's because the weight is on you. You are our budget. Therefore, we have to diversify our tax base so that people will not get frustrated with property taxes and things of that nature and move out of Prince George's County. We're losing people in droves. Prince George's County is no longer the most affluent African-American county. Charles County is.
Wow.
So we have to diversify our tax base to keep our residents right here in Prince George's County. So my platform is family, finances, and securing our future, having a place where we can live, work, play, and worship.
I love it. I love it. Wow. So tell us, Nakia Wright, I love what you have behind you. It says leading the right way. I love that. I love that. So tell us, how are you going to be different? How are you going to be different to the other candidates that are running?
What I will say is, and I'll repeat something I said a second ago, I don't have any past political baggage.
Yes.
I don't have any IOUs out there. I am a fresh voice, a fresh body, a fresh yes to District 6. I believe that working together and consistency is going to be the key to success. I believe that I can run a very strong campaign because I believe in me. And I believe that I don't have to attack an opponent to win. I believe that when you run and you run with dignity and respect, that you will reap what you sow.
Yes.
I believe that we're living in a time where desperation for popularity, because you're seeing what you see now a lot of times is popularity over governing, and it's getting in the way of what is best for our constituents.
Yes.
I'm not running to be county executive. I'm running to be county council for 4 years. And in those 4 years, I'm going to do what's best for the constituents that put me in office. I don't have a next to prepare for. I'm preparing for this moment right here. So that takes away the fear of, can you make decisions because you might mess up your next. I live a really good life. I do. I'm not running because I have these great aspirations to be, senator or county executive or governor. I'm running because I believe I have an answer for yes for this moment. And I will be the best that I can be without compromising the people that voted me into office.
And that right there is very key, without compromising. And so I've been knowing you for many years now, probably about 5, 7, a little bit more. And all I know is you being a woman of clarity. You
Amen.
have clear direction. You're a woman of focus.
Amen.
And you know, when you walk into the room, you can tell Nakia Wright, leading the right way, is the woman that is focused, that is fit, that is fabulous. And you know, is ready to take on this assignment. I call it assignment from the Lord because of your relationship with the Lord. It's very important that and then you're a first lady as well. I mean, you're not just a woman that's out here just trying to get a name for yourself. You already have a name for yourself. And so that's what makes it really great to know that there's something fresh coming in the wind.
Amen. Amen. And I campaign different. I don't make promises. The only promise I'm going to make is that I'm going to do the absolute best that I can do, but I don't make promises. Everyone that's running has never held a council position before. So we don't know what it takes until you actually get in that seat. That's like saying I'm a mom of two, Kayla and Samaje, the grandmother of Boss Baby, AKA Malia. And before I had my kids, I had a godchild, and I knew everything there was to know about being a mother until I became a mother and realized I didn't know 50% of what I thought. So you'll never hear me make promises because I don't ever want to be the one to break a promise that I kept just because I wanted a position so bad. I won't do that. Yes. Another thing that you won't see me do often is you won't see me visit a lot of churches on Sundays. I do plan on visiting some. I do plan on, and I have spoken to so many pastors, I do plan on talking to every pastor in my district. But on Sundays, that's God's day. That's the time where God deposits into me. And I don't want to be the elected official that comes around when I'm campaigning and you don't see me again for another 4 years. I don't want to be that person. I want to start out how I finish, and consistency is going to be my key. So I'll always communicate with every leader in my district. I'll always make sure that I have newsletters, that you're on my email mailing list, everything you need to know, from grants to resources to access to programs. I'll make sure that I will be a communicator to my people. Nothing will go on in Prince George's County that I won't share with my District 6 residents. That's going to be my consistency is going to be my key. But is going to be key for me, but I have to make sure that I start out how I finish. And I don't want to touch you today and you won't see me again until I need you again for my next office. I don't want to do that. That breaks down the trust in government. Right now, you see very little trust in government. I believe that it is my assignment to restore the trust to the consistency of my words. And I got somebody to answer to. I want to make sure that I please him in all my ways.
Yes, and that's so important. So I have another question for you. What is your husband? I know he's a great support, but what does your husband feel about you running?
My husband is dynamic. He's so wonderful. He thinks he know everything, but he understands. One day I invited him to a meeting and I said, I have a meeting to go to and this is who's going to be there. And he said, I'm not coming. He said, that meeting only requires you. When you're on that council and you have to make a decision, we will not be sitting there. You are. Wow. So he said, you just go. I got you covered on your front, your back. You are never alone. Wow. Every time your foot hit the floor, I've already prayed for your day before you even got up. Wow. He's an excellent supporter. He's a great, advisor. I can bounce anything off of him and he'll either tell me in the nicest way possible, and the kid, come back again. That is not the best idea. Or he'll be like, oh, you're on to something. Work that out. So he's a great sounding board. And he's the grace that he's shown me during this time. I could not be happier being married to that man.
Wonderful. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
So what about your children?
Man, they are off the chain. They knock doors, they lit drop, they do their own schedule. They are so amazing. They are great. They are so happy for me. I if there's no other reason, they are my why. I mean, even my granddaughter got the spill all down pat. Vote for Nakia Wright. I mean, they are my greatest supporters, and they feel a part of my yes, which is so good because I didn't want it to feel like Nakia's yes. I wanted it to feel like our yes. I wanted us to make history together, and we are doing just that.
Amen. And
My
family,
granddaughter saw my sign one day while we were driving. She's 4 because she's so observant. And she said, Mama, that's you. It was so beautiful. I wish I had videoed it. It was so beautiful.
So family, what about your church family?
Oh my goodness. They already call me Councilwoman Wright. They are great. They support me 110%. And as anybody who's ever run for office, I commend every woman. I've hugged every woman that's running for District 6. Every time I see them, I hug them. Every time I see them, I wish them well. Yes. Because it takes courage to be out front like this. It takes courage to take a hit. It takes courage to come from behind the privacy of your life and be exposed to public at a time where people are mean and they're cruel and they will share an opinion without, it's difficult running for public office. And just to have them be such loud cheerleaders, I couldn't pray for a greater group of people to walk with me during this time. Their support has been greater than any dream that I could have ever dreamed.
Wow, that is awesome. And you have already said your mother supports you, so we thank God for that as well.
Yes, my parents are amazing and they're so proud of me. I'm excited. My grandmother, so my family is just, God bless me. He did.
Wonderful. Mm-hmm. So, Lady Nakia Wright, how can we support you? Let us know what we need to do. Those who are in District 6 and those who have family members that are in District 6, how can we, as the community, how can we support you?
First and foremost, the most powerful thing you can do for me is pray. That you do sometimes get weary. And your prayers are, please, every day that you wake up, call my name. Every day that you wake up, call my babies' names. Samaje, Kayla, Malia, Donald, please call our names. In addition to prayer, a campaign is not successful without finances. It takes money to do mailers. It takes money to put up your signs. It takes money to run digital ads. Please, no amount is too small, and your max is $6,000 per person. I feel a max out spirit in the air today. So please, your finances will definitely help me. And it's a very crowded field. There's 5 of us running for the same office. So I am constantly looking for ways to stand out and be different. And last but not least, if you, well, actually 2 more things. If you live in District 6, please put a yard sign. Name recognition is key. So any name recognition that you can give me, I would appreciate it. And last but not least, if you have an audience that you believe that you would like for me to talk to, I don't care if it's 2 people or 20, invite me. I would love to. I'm a hands-on type of person. Not only while I'm running, I'm a servant at heart. Even when I get in office, I'm hands-on. I want to be able to talk and touch and communicate with the people who chose me to govern them in District 6. So please host a meet and greet. I would love to come to your home. We can go get coffee, whatever it is. I am available.
Wonderful. So you did say something about supporting financially. Can you please give that information out? What website, what Cash App, what Zelle, whatever it is that people that are out there that want to support now, how can they support you?
You can go to my website. It's Nakia, Nakia, Wright, Online. Again, that's Nakia Wright online. And in that upper right-hand corner is a donate link. If you click on that donate link, I will be very, very appreciative. You'll be adding fuel to my yes. And I thank you in advance for every contribution that comes through.
Okay, and then also for the signs, how can a person in District 6 get a sign?
Same thing, go right on the website. There's a place to click order my yard sign. We will deliver that sign to you. Please, by all means. And I know that if you're on Zoom, it's in the chat. If you're on Facebook, it's in the comment section. So please go to my website. There's definitely a lot of information that I did not share today. There's pictures, a gallery of photos of me being out in the community. I did not just start this. I've been out in the community for decades. This is actually my first time being loud about it, because the Bible says what you do in private, I will reward you publicly. So I've been storing up my heavenly rewards, but I'm not new to this. I've been doing it a very long time. And as of right now, it's still uncomfortable. You know, I see people out taking pictures of everything they're doing. I'm learning to do that, because I'm a servant. So I'm used to serving without the attention. So I'm learning to do that. But no, Nakia Wright has been out serving her community for a very long time. I've been working with legislation and bills in Prince George's County government and certain aspects behind the scenes for a very long time. I am not new to any of this.
And that's what's so great about it, because you're not new to it. And
Mhm.
so, you know, a lot of people may think that you are new to, you know, being a part of the, you know, running for a political office, but you've been doing behind the scene things. And so, you know, you know these things that are, you know, needed for this community. You know, you've already broke down what is needed, you know, especially for Prince George's County. So we just thank you. And is there any last remarks that you would like to share with those who are listening and those who's going to actually see the repeat?
Thank you so very much for having me on the show today, Jacqueline. I wish you the absolute best in the days ahead. Please give your husband and your baby my love. And somebody by the name of Terry Long that you used to work for told me to tell you she misses you dearly. What I would say is that I believe that I was called for such a time as this, that in a time where so many are searching for answers, I believe that it's time for fresh, innovative, creative minds to come together and move our county forward. If you go to my webpage, if something that I said perked a place in your heart, commit to voting for me on June 28th, 2022. I need bodies. If you are someone that likes to knock on doors or just hang literature or work polls, come join me. The more we are, the mightier we are. I can't do it by myself. I need a village to take me over the finish line to a place called victory. So will you join me on this journey as we are working to continue moving Prince George's County forward? District 6, I'm honored to be working on behalf of you, and I look forward to governing you on June 28th, 2022. Let's make history together.
I love it. I love it. I'll give my own clap. Well, thank you again,
Thank you
Lady Nakia Wright,
for having me.
leading the right way.
Thank
Okay,
you.
ladies and gentlemen, you have heard her. District 6, those who you know in District 6, please get the word out. Guess what? You haven't heard nobody else. You just heard Nakia Wright, and you know what she's all about. So guess what? We know, and guess what, ladies and gentlemen, she is a Christian. So guess what? That's top priority. So I just thank God again for Nakia Wright. She's been a good friend of mine for several years, and I know her heart, I know her spirit, and I know what she's qualified that she can do. I know that she is serious about what she wants to do in the community and in District 6. So again, I love you. God bless you. And please have a great rest of the day. Now, before I leave, I want to talk with everybody about my purpose push for this week. And it's a challenge for you to be a good Samaritan. Here are a few things that you can do to be a good Samaritan this week. One is make an effort to help someone who is struggling or having a problem. Two is share a story about someone who was a good Samaritan in your life. Three, the act of a good Samaritan can be something simple as a phone call. Four, make a commitment to develop a habit of kindness and awareness of others. And number five, volunteer. Get with Nakia Wright and volunteer. Offer your valuable skills to others in times of need. Do you enjoy sports? Do you enjoy walking, putting things on people's cars? Do you enjoy putting things on people's doors? Guess what? Your ability, Nakia, I'm just going to throw that out there. Nakia needs some help, y'all.
Come on now, prophesy, woman of God. Yes, now.
She needs some help. And if we can help her as the community that we know that, you know, Prince George's County need, we all need to just reach out to her. She has given her website, and those who are, you know, during the week, weekend, it doesn't matter. We have until June 28th to get the knocking and get to hanging so we can support our sister, our woman of God for such a time as this. So that's the end of my show. And I'm just super excited on Nakia Wright. I really am. I know that she's going to do an amazing job once we put her in office. Okay. So next week, May 27, 2022, my special guest will be Doctors Alton and Nakia Natson. And so I want you to make sure that you're with us on March 27th. Again, don't forget, every second and fourth Sundays at 4:00 will be the Jacqueline Renee Show. So God bless you. And Nakia, I love you. And everyone else, shalom.
It's the Jacqueline Renee Show with your host, Jacqueline Renee Duncan, now airing every second and fourth Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern.
I love it. Prosperity doesn't come until you get in your purpose. Scattered sheep. The sheep are scattering. They are going everywhere, being deceived. Those things basically brought a foundation for it.
Join us for inspiring, educating, empowering, and real talk conversations. The Jacqueline Renee Show is a Philip and Jacqueline Duncan Ministries production that airs on Zoom Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern. Enter Zoom ID 558-997-5815. We'll see you Sunday on Zoom for the Jacqueline Renee Show with your host, Jacqueline Renee Duncan.
Love you guys.